friends, it is Caddy and I am back with a layout for you guys. This is for Spiegelmom Scraps, and this is our scrapbook skippings, which is our blog hop for the beginning of July, or I'm sorry, July, August 2016. So I'm beginning with this awesome cut file. This cut file was designed by one of our teammates, Christina Sorge. She designed this cut file, and it's free. If you go to the website, to the Spiegelmom Scraps website or her blog, which I'll link to below, you can get this cut file for free. And it's not just this, the heart, it's a few other things, but I just use the heart and then I just cut it out repeatedly on different pattern papers. All of the pattern papers that I use are from the Atwell collection by Fancy Pants, which you see there to my right. So I decided that I'm going to use those hearts just like that, but I want something behind them. So I'm going to take this stencil. This is a Teresa Collins stencil. It's just a diagonal stripe stencil, and I'm going to just tape it down so it doesn't move around. And then I'm going to use my shimmers with this stencil. And I was going to use a yellow, which is the lemon drop, but I decided to go with this turquoise color, and it's a See You in the Morning. This is available at the shop. Jody at the end of the shop, she sells ton of the shimmers products. She has the mist, she has the dazzlers, she has the textures, she has quite a few products in there, and they're all awesome. So check her out. And remember, if you guys use my code, which is Caddy15, you do get 15% off your purchase. So that's a nice little discount. So I went ahead and just did that. I left the center blank because that's where my photo is going to go, so really don't need to waste my paste there. And then I didn't do it perfectly all around, it's just kind of messy. So yeah, so I let that sit and dry, and then I'm going to place my cut files just like they were before. And I love this cut file, it's so fun, and it can be used in so many ways. You can use it as just one single cut file and then make it bigger, or you can make it smaller, or you can use it several times like this. Those little strips behind my picture are just little strips that I cut out from the papers that I had cut the cut files on. So it's just little strips that I had, kind of little extra pieces of paper. So I just added them behind my photo. I thought it was a nice feature just to kind of ground my photo. So I just used the black and the yellow, and then I'm gonna use that diagonal stripe, which I'm gonna make sure it's going the same way as my diagonal stripes from my stenciling. So I do that, and then this is from the Atwell collection. So I had already gutted the center of that because I used the center to cut out the hearts. So I had already gutted that, so I'm just gonna center that on there, and I love how that looks. I'm a big fan of diagonal stripes, so anything diagonal stripes works for me. So I did start gluing my cut files. I liked the way that they looked, so I did start gluing them with my fine line bottle. And then I'm going to work on my picture. The picture is of me and my boyfriend. This was taken on our last winter trip last year. So it was winter 2015. We went to, we went to several places on this trip. We had like a little road trip. But one of the places we stopped at, our last stop was Utah. We went to Park City, Utah. And it was just gorgeous there. And the mountains were beautiful. And we took this picture. Like we were just driving around, and we literally stopped on the side of the road to take some pictures. So this is one of them. So I just did some simple matting. I did the same diagonal stripe, but the smaller pattern from the 6x6 paper pack. I used a turquoise pattern paper, and then I used one of the black pattern papers behind that because I really wanted it to pop. So I know I want to use this these puffy stickers, which are also from the Atwell collection, as part of my title, or as my title. So I'm really just going back and forth here trying to make them work. And it's gonna take me a minute. I didn't want to add them there off to the left because they were gonna be kind of too busy. Just looking at it next to those cut files, it was just gonna be too much. So then I grabbed the flare badges from the collection. And I know I'm going to use these three. Now I'm not going to end up using them like that. I'm going to end up adding those actually to the bottom left. So you'll see me do that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go back to my title now. And I keep going back to those words. And I'm determined to use them. So I will eventually use them. So I take some wax paper. and because I wanted to try it out on top of my photo, and I was gonna do it on top, but I ended up doing it at the bottom. I didn't want to cover up those mountains in the background, so what I did was I added a piece of vellum behind my photo layers, just to kind of give it a little bit of separation from the cut file, because it's just so much busyness going on that vellum sort of adds a subtle separation between the photo and the background, so that my title can pop a little bit more off of the picture. So yeah, I'm just adding some glue behind those little strips. And yeah, other than that, I don't do a whole lot more. You're going to see I'm just going to do some symbol embellishing now with some embellishments from the Spiegelmom Scraps shop. So yeah, I'm just going through my sequins here, and I'm actually going to pull out 3 sequin mixes to use here. And I'm going to use some red sequins from the Believe in You sequin mix. I will use some blue sequins from the Magical Day in the Park mix, and I will use some yellow sequins from the Sunny Smiles. So I'm just adding a sequin inside of the hearts. There's some hearts that have like little stripes in them, but there's some that have that are blank or that are open, so I'm just adding a sequin inside of the open hearts in coordinating colors. So that's what I'm doing there. Just going through all of my sequin mixes. And then I do add the yellow ones, I swap them out for some flat back yellow ones from the Sunny Smiles sequin mix. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing there, just adding my sequins, and I will adhere those sequins down with my glue dots. So yeah, I don't think I make you guys watch me do this. I don't think I do. But yeah, this is, like I've said it before, I say it all the time, the best way to adhere your sequins is with glue dots. So definitely get yourself some glue dots, because that's the best way to adhere them. It's just so quick. I just use my tweezers and I just stick my sequin onto the sheet, and then I just take it off, and it sticks perfectly. And I think that's going to be the best way to get my sequins down so that they last the longest. So there I go, swapping out my yellow ones for the flat back sequins from the Sunny Smiles sequin mix. And there I am with my little glue dots, and yep, I did make you guys watch me do this. Yeah, by the end of this video, you're going to become a pro at sticking down sequins. So yeah, so I needed one more red one there, so just pulling that one out, and one more blue one. I think that completes my sequins. So other than that, I take these hearts. These are the little felt hearts that Jody sells in the shop, the felt fetty hearts, and I love them. They're so cute. So I take the white ones and I do add them there to the right of my photo, just to kind of continue the heart theme here. So I do add those to the to the right of my photo, I'm sorry. And then I will take the sort of like, they're kind of like a turquoise teal color, the ones there to my right, and I use those and I stick those on top of the white ones. So that's pretty much all the embellishing I do. I keep it pretty nice and simple, but in the end I love how it turned out. So yeah, so there I go, adding those small ones, and that was it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you follow along with the blog hop to be entered for a prize. I'll have the link to the blog post below. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a great day. Bye!